So we already went over the US Vietnam stuff. So now we're going over the Viet-cong. And later on I'll be going over the NBA stuff. We're gonna shoot a couple rounds off here real quick. I know in Vietnam, they might not have the long Mosin too much. They probably have the carbine, but it'll work out. And I'm in my bare feet just because I don't like wearing flip-flops and stuff, so but it'll be good enough. We're gonna shoot a couple rounds here real quick. Good?
Yeah. 45, 46 seconds. So. Oh, I jerked. Okay, I was steady there.
And all this stuff here on the table might not be completely legit, but it's close enough to what they would have had. You see the German World War II pistols and stuff there. You know, you gotta think the Russians and stuff were supplying them, and they would get all kinds of supplies. You know, it was after post-World War II, they'd be getting World War II stuff, anything that they could get a hold of. Of course, you got the SKS, the M16 later on for, that's a paintball gun, of course, but they'd have that for if they could get a hold of it. There you go. And there, and during the day, I'm just a regular old farmer, but at night, like you just seen there, I'm a commando. Just like in battles nowadays, the Vietnamese, they're all wearing the same stuff, so you wouldn't know who you were after. You know, they'd be friendly to you during the day, and at night they come back and attack you. I'm gonna give a little bit of history of Ho Chi Minh. After World War II, he was leading the Vietnamese for their revolution from being oppressed from the French, and they just wanted to try to be free from the French and be independent. And like I say, I'm just going over Viet-cong. The Viet-cong were just regular people. This is something that they would have too. This is an SKS bandolier, but this would be something that the MVA would have. The MVA was the North Vietnamese Army. So I got this fully tightened. And you can see here, back at the table here, we got a wide range of weapons. I say the only legit thing here for Vietnam would be the SKS. I know the mag on here ain't legit, but it works better with the 20 rounder. And the Mosin, they would have the Mosin, but I think most of them would use the carbine version. This is just a shotgun, but it's the closest thing I got to an AK. I'll get an AK here soon. Like I say, later on, whenever the Americans start showing up in the late 50s to 60s, they probably be able to get a hold of a M16 eventually. And this bow here ain't right, it's a long bow, but they would have had, if you guys watch Dragon Man, he'd let you know that they use, over there it was like being in the Stone Ages, they'd use spears and bows. And like I say, this is just a BB gun. It might not be a real good representation, but they would have them. You know, either whatever they could scrounge up. We got some knives here. This is a Korean knife, you know, just, I say all this stuff is just for presentation. We got an AK-47 bayonet. Got the flip-flops. which they would have. What they would do is use the U.S. and stuff. Whenever they didn't have any of their own supplies, so they would just, whatever the U.S. brought over there, like blown up vehicles, they take the tires, cut up the rubber, and make flip-flops and stuff. They take the metal from anything that blew up and make their own, you know, IEDs and stuff like you would call it nowadays. They call them booby traps then. And we're going to shoot the SKS a little bit here. Drop the round. I'm not going for accuracy, I'm just shooting. The SKS. I've got some machetes here. They have to be cutting down bamboo and stuff. Got a basic pair of binoculars here. Got the MVA flag there. You know, they probably wouldn't have that, but you know, just to show their loyalty. Got, even though this is a boonie hat, but they wear something very similar to that. Or wear something like this.